What is up, DramaAlert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news. Now, on the line, we have Koopatroopa. He's a Clash of Clans and RuneScape YouTuber and streamer. He was swatted last night, and I came across this video. I'm going to share it with you, and then we're going to talk to him.
I see you posting my address. I had police point a gun at my little brothers because of you. They could have been shot. They could have died because you chose to swat my stream. I don't give a shit about what you have against me or what I did to you. For that, I am at a loss for words. Your gripe is with me, so let it be with me, but do not involve my family in any way, shape, or form with this. They don't deserve that. He's 10. He is 10 years old. And he had 10 police officers pointing a gun at him because he was at the door.
So, Koopatroopa, what happened? How did this all transpire?
It all happened very quickly. I was simply just streaming on Twitch TV, just kind of doing my own thing with some of my followers, and I thought I heard something upstairs, so I took off my headphones. It sounded like someone had fell, and then all of a sudden I heard someone running down the steps, and then the next thing I know, my mom's screaming, "There's cops in front of our house, do you know about this?" As soon as she had said that, I knew I was being swatted. I just, I've read about these kinds of stories. I've heard about them. I'm aware that this is something that is possible to me, but I just never ever imagined that I would be a target or a victim.
Why do you think you were targeted?
That's actually a very good question.
Because in the video you said, if you have beef with me, come after me, but keep my family out of it. Who were you talking to?
Whoever did this, I honestly don't know who would do this to me. I was recently away with a deployment with the Air Force for 3 months, and I was kind of had a break from Twitch. Now I'm just starting streaming again. I'm kind of reestablishing myself as I'm kind of getting everything figured out, and so it's been a process to get my stream and my channel, my following growing again, and there's a lot of things that go on in the background, and a lot of things you have to overcome, and a lot of hurdles. And finally, when everything was going right, it was a really good day yesterday streaming, and it was really just fun, and finally everything was flowing. And then this happens, and it's just like, wow, when is it going to end? And as far as like who would have done this, I mean, there are a lot of competitive streamers out there, and it could have been maybe someone that was following one of these streamers, and they didn't like that I've started streaming again. They want to see my channel fail. I could have just been a victim that was randomly targeted off of someone coming into my stream.
But based on the video, it sounded like you knew who did this.
I wish I did. I knew that they were watching, and that's kind of the big thing about it. And I don't think they realized that I'm living at home with my family and that there are little kids here. I don't think they understood the gravity of what they had done, where 3 police officers with assault rifles were basically pointing their weapons at a 10-year-old child because of what they had done. And I understood, and I knew that they'd be watching, and that's why people do this, so that they can, have all these reactions, so it can go viral, so social media can get involved. But I wanted them to understand that this type of act is not okay, and that people can get hurt. The police officers that did this, they were shaking, they were nervous when they put my family on the ground. They had our hands, spread out on our faces on the tile.
What do they think the situation was?
They had thought that someone was calling from our address. Someone was and that their roommate had shot someone, and then that they were pointing a gun at this person who was calling, and then there were actually gunshots on the call, and then the call ended, and so then the police were forced to, you know, come here thinking that there was an active shooter situation, and they were basically thinking that they were going to be in a gunfight, that someone was going to get shot, or they were going to be shooting someone. And
God,
that's like the
that's
worst.
scary.
It's the worst thing in the mind of a police officer is when you know you're going to be engaging in hostile fire. There was every police officer in the entire area, even from other jurisdictions, were coming basically to my house.
Right, I've experienced it many times. I've been swatted at least 50 times in the last 6 years. So, I guess the thing is recently we've seen Lizard Squad target RuneScape streamers. Did you have any knowledge at all that Lizard Squad might be involved?
There was someone that was spamming my address in chat, and they did mention Lizard Squad, and whether or not that was someone that was just placing responsibility or not. We were able to get usernames, and we do have some contacts at Twitch that are working to get a possible IP address. You know, but in the back of my head, if someone's doing that, obviously they're using some sort of software, or they're networking gurus where they're not going to get caught anyways. And that was something I wasn't aware of. I just started streaming RuneScape. It was maybe my 5th RuneScape stream ever. And so I was not aware that...
Well, we reached out to Lizard Squad to find out if they took responsibility for this, and we've got no answer up to this point. But thank you for coming on and sharing your story. Ladies and gentlemen, it's getting scary out there. Everyone seems to be getting swatted. DramaAlert Nation now over 256,000 subscribers.